Hello, visuals, and welcome back to the Visual Guy Podcast with Guyz and I'll say random. There's no low-key shit. We got the entertainment news, and now it's back to what me and Chris can kind of do best sometimes. It's just chat.
We ramble
on, chat shit, do what we got to do, go where we got to go. I'm so happy though, Chris. Do you know what? Chris is here.
Hi.
He always gets straight into a rant. Do you know, right?
What?
Sparking of a flag again.
Hello.
I went into a shop the other day, right?
Good for you.
No, mate, honestly. It was the day I was getting my new tattoo, right? And all I was doing was getting 25 and a Lucozade. That was it. Lucozade just to sit with because it was hot, blah, blah, blah. Mate, getting tattooed in this weather is disgusting. The pain was fine, but I was pulled myself off the chair. And
Did you wear your mask?
No, I was so fucking happy. I walked into that shop swinging like I was Vince McMahon, looking around like that. Hello, can I have? Oh mate, I got out the camera like fucking get in, mate. It was like, what the fuck are you cheering for? I was like, just been in a fucking shop without a mask. So happy. Oh my god, I'm hoping that's it now. Fucking done. No more masks, no more bullshit, no more. Fuck off. If you get me a bit ill, you get me a bit ill. It's a fucking life. Oh, so happy. So anywhere that I don't have to, masks will never be going on my face ever again, unless fucking no mind. Look, this time next week there's another fucking lockdown.
Probably.
But yeah, so I'm happy because I feel like we're getting back to normal again.
I've kind of still been wearing mine.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll point out this is my preference. I've got now against you if you still want it.
Exactly. I've been at work, and all this week it's mainly just filling up. And filling up a fuel station, you've got people yeah, some weirdos at fuel station, you'd be surprised.
Mate, I was one of them the other day. Walking in like Vince McMahon.
I was in a queue, whatever fights that. Yeah. I was in a queue the other day, and there was an old man in front and a woman and me. Wasn't wearing my mask? So was the old man, but the woman wasn't. That's not the story.
That's not the story. I was going to say, imagine you just ended it there, but like, Oscar worthy.
And the old man paid for his fuel, and
or as I call it, gas.
And then went. And the woman in front of me, she's like, "What number?" That's the woman behind the thingy. "Oh, I haven't got any fuel yet. I was just wondering if I can pay cash." And then the woman behind the till like looked at her, and I was like, "What's going on?"
So she queued up just to wonder if she could pay cash.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Did you not see the old man in front?" And she was like, "Yeah." He was like, "There's your answer then." She was like, "Well, what's the answer?" Because the old man in front paid with cash.
Yeah.
And so she still asked if she could pay with cash, even though she's seen the old man in front. She's like, "Yeah, I seen that, but I wasn't too sure, so I thought I'd ask."
Right.
So she ended up going back out, paying, and fuel up. And but the woman, I had a conversation with the woman behind her. She's like, "You'd be surprised how many people come in and ask this question every day."
I can understand why some, because there was a while where we had it at the race course, didn't we? No, it's on a card only.
Yeah.
But it probably is a bit tedious to keep getting it. We've been told no restrictions, life's back to normal. So surely people should say, "Oh well, I'm chuck a 20 quid here there."
I said we kind of have been told the same. It's just like, if you want to wear your face masks, you can. If you still don't want to go upstairs to customers' houses, you don't have to.
I'll just say you don't want to, just out of pure
laziness.
Out of pure laziness.
What we're all gonna say is like fucking up a card, getting up there. So yeah, that's basically it. So, but like that, it didn't bother me wearing face masks to begin with.
Did it not?
When it was hot, you couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it was.
But you only wore it for 5 minutes. If you were in a shop, I can understand you because you were like dying.
Yeah.
But if you were quickly in and out just to get something, then it's like, it didn't really bother me.
Well, like I said, I've got now against people that want to wear them. I'm just so happy. I don't like. I've been lucky in my life where I don't have to worry about you know, when I get ill, I get ill and get on with it. I don't give a fuck. There's a lot at work and everything that gets. It's like such a fucking girl. It's like fucking deal with it. I don't. Maybe it's just because the industry I come from, they're all just like blokey blokes and just like, I'll deal with it. Get on with it. I couldn't give a fuck. If you want to come to me in public and fucking shake my hand and give me a go for it, I don't give a care. Like, I don't give a. If you got slot drops right your nose, I don't give a fuck. I love it. It just I can just go out and just.
Yeah.
You don't have to queue up. I don't have to go in the entertainer. Fuck it, I'm done with it. So me personally, I'm fucking happy. So happy.
It didn't bother me. It's I just don't understand why everyone kicked off about it all and like.
Oh, I didn't hate it enough to kick off about it. It's the rules. I'll follow the rules.
As soon as midnight came, everyone took off to the fucking pubs and everything else, and now there's about 600 people.
See, that bit I can kind of get.
And now, now there's about 600,000 people that's also been
tagged
by the NHS.
But this was always going to happen when eventually we went back to normal. It was always going to go nuts.
COVID levels are going back up and all that stuff.
Fucking headbutt the door, why don't you? Just rammed right in. I can get the people going out and going nuts waiting for midnight though, because a lot of people out there are they love life. They love fucking getting out there. And we've had so long of no, step back, slow down, can't do this, can't do that. And a lot of people just love free will, love doing what they want to do. Where would that be?
Yeah, but you also get a lot of people who just do not give a fuck about anyone else apart from themselves.
See, I don't know if I fall into. I care. I don't want to make anybody ill, but because I don't care about myself.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that one, but there is people out there who just do not give a shit.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're out there and you're like, oh, I just wanted to go party and have a crack with my mates and live my life a bit, I'm like, fair play to you. It's like, you know, if they said, oh, let's go back to the football stadiums, you know, surrounded by 52,000 people at St James, I'm fucking there.
Because there's in Bruton Park now back.
Yeah, they played Blackpool today, pre-season friendly. So I'm assuming that I'm guessing the attendance would have been quite good there.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm over the moon. I'm overjoyed. I'm so glad just to fucking be done. Well, I say be done with it. It's going to be here for the rest of our lives.
It's going to be here for quite a while yet, COVID.
Yeah.
So we'll just see what the crack is.
Like I said, I'm still fairly certain I had it. Not the start of last year.
I think most fucking people did, because everyone was ill that year.
Yeah. That's what I mean, just because illnesses, I'm just so good at just
2019, towards the end of 2019, most people were ill.
I feel like I definitely had it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're not getting any more. Go outside. Go on.
He's like, nah.
Outside.
Aww. Just look at his little face.
You're not getting any more. So you can sit there. Yeah, most people probably would have had it by then.
Yeah.
Towards the end of 2019. And I say now the government want to bring another jab in for the younger people.
You're double jab now, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm doubled up.
Fucking a lot of people, the people that are saying, oh, the conspiracy shit about it's kind of doing my head in. If not having double jab means I can't do any more concerts or football games or whatever, then...
Well, that's it. Now it's all like lifted.
Yeah.
They're saying now you've had 2 jabs, you're not allowed to be... You're not allowed to go to clubs or restaurants or cinemas or theatres or whatever without showing proof you've had both jabs, and you've got to... I don't know where you're going to get this proof from or how you're going to...
You have that, don't you? I've got my card. It says the date and when I got jabbed up and shit. So I assume you carry that.
I don't know. I've got mine in my wallet, but...
I'm assuming, but the passport thing, isn't it? Your passport gets registered now, doesn't it? You know, because it's got a chip in your passport.
I haven't had a passport for fucking ages. I need to update mine.
I need to update mine, but yeah, if you got the back of it, it's got a chip, and that chip, I assume that they'll have some sort of scanning system or some shit or whatever. It says that you're... Yeah, I'm not bothered. Like I said, I don't do anything in life that's fucking completely mental or crazy or harmful to anyone else anyway. I just love going to the cinema, love watching football, love hanging out with my pals, love wandering around town. And to do that without having to be told, don't do this, go here, slow down, walk this side of the lanes, and that. Done. COVID, sweet, back to normal. Because like I said, when COVID first hit, I wasn't bothered about me anyway. I thought, fucking anyone can walk past me with it, I don't give a shit. I don't want anyone to die, but...
Whose car's going off?
Yeah. Yeah, at the same time, man, it's weird as well because we COVID. Not that I'm a scientist and shit. A lot of people were over the top about it because it still hasn't had the same amount of deaths as loads of other diseases and shit, and all this kind of shit. But yet it was talked about as if it was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, like the common cold kills most people.
Yeah, it's fucking. But yet we don't have to fucking keep 2 meters distance from each other when it's flu season.
No.
But yeah, because I think it's because COVID was a bit more maybe
man-made,
and a bit more there was a lot less known about it.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the portion anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a weird time of our lives to experience. You know, the amount of times you hear the word lockdown and the amount of times you quarantine and all this shit.
Yeah, it's something you don't really think you'd have to do.
You see that shit in films, yeah.
It's something you see in films, not in your lifetime.
But now that's a part of our history, and it's probably going to be talked about in some way in terms of economics or in terms of politics in schools.
This will be history news, like later on in life now.
Oh, mate, 100%. And like,
that's not my car.
That won't be your car, will it? Chris might have a car alarm going off. I don't know if it's his visuals. If you ever see me at a con anytime see visuals, feel free to come up to us and give us a big fucking massive hug. If you don't want to and you want to keep me a distance, you go for it. But I am personally not fucking bothered. You do what you do. Is it Chris's alarm? Is it your alarm, Chris?
No, it's not mine. It's that Forest. It sounds like it's coming from the background more than here.
Ah, from the other road.
It could be from that side. Oh well.
My
car's on at first.
So not fussed.
So yeah, it's something our future generations will probably talk about now.
Yeah. But mate, think of everything good that's coming back now. Like, not so much for you, but football being back. Just don't worry about when we go to the cinema. Chilling if you want to go for a bar meal. If you want to go to a convention, conventions are starting up again. Just all this coolness is happening.
Yeah, and there's no but about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to normality myself. Is that or not? Because I want to bring another toy.
Oh no, yeah, you spin into whatever you want, whenever you want.
Another topic is now.
I will quickly say actually, before we carry on, KSI was on Impulsive. Them two have now settled the beef. They're good pals.
Okay.
Broke the internet. KSI and Logan Paul destroyed the internet. The viewership on the related videos they've been doing is nuts. Carry on, sir.
Well, it's kind of something to do with COVID, but it's kind of not.
Bum sex.
No.
I think your dog's trying to help my mum. She just went and she went, I love you too.
Food shortage.
Food shortage? I don't think Aussie's having a good time. Aussie's having a good time. Food shortage. Elaborate.
Well, most shops nowadays are struggling to get food, especially Ireland. Ireland are really low on food.
Are they? I didn't fucking know this.
Kind of part to do with COVID, that's like the countries getting locked down and everything else.
Yeah.
But it's also the reason now is that the shortage of truck drivers.
Oh.
Wait, what have you been doing, Teresa? You're too young.
You're too young. I'm the different species.
Yes.
But he doesn't know this.
Yeah. Truck drivers have just gave up with.
Why have truck drivers all of a sudden thought, fuck it. That's a lighter.
I think what it's down to is that because they want to try and get the back to normal as quick as possible.
Yeah.
They've stated that we're going to be giving truck drivers an extra hour a day onto what they're doing now to try and get. And a lot of them's like, nah, you're not, because.
What's their issue still though? I don't get what they're.
As most of them have said is that they're underpaid and overworked.
Right.
They don't get enough time to do anything. Their facilities are shit.
Right.
And they're just constantly getting pushed to do this, and this, to be here by a certain time,
Yeah.
And most of them have just said, oh, that's it, we've had enough.
I mean, fair enough, but if that's the case, that's fucking... Because a lot of truck drivers, like, we spoke to one at the stag do, didn't we? And he was fucking loving it. But that's just a small case.
Yeah,
Obviously, I don't know fucking every truck driver under there.
He's just a
I always
tipper
thought,
driver, isn't he? He's just a
I've
skip
no
driver.
idea. No, he moved from the skips to be the. Remember the story he was telling about how now he goes to wherever it is, picks up the trailer, and then
yes, I will know.
But in my head, again, I've never done the profession, so I don't actually know what it's like. But I have actually been on a long wagon trip once before in my life. I can't remember who it was or why it was I did that.
Did you not go with Phil one day?
I might have done, you know. Possibly. It seemed quite cool. They just drove down, they just got there, they just sat in the wagon, you know, chilled out, did what they got to do, drove back up.
I'm sure you went out with Phil.
It might have been. It could have been that. It was a long truck journey, at least 3 or 4 hours, something like
I think
that.
he was going back down to Birmingham. You went with him, something.
It might have been that. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a small case, and it just seemed like, if you don't mind driving, this is an ideal job.
If you love driving, then it's good.
But I didn't realise they were getting twined at and pushed at for be here this time. And because of the drivers that come into our work seem like they give a fuck. Like, I was supposed to be here fucking last week at 12 o'clock. I'm here this week. I don't give a fuck. And you're like, no. Because as well, I thought a lot of truckies got a decent wage.
Some do. Some companies do, but some companies are like, nah.
Are they not?
Like say Martin, for example, he says
is he fucked?
He doesn't drive anymore.
Shit.
He says he said that is you get just given too much to do, and that you just do it.
I suppose they are quite important as well because they're the ones moving your goods.
Compared to something like I do, like I won't say where I work. But we work alongside another business who do trucks. Mm-hmm. Okay, I get paid more than them.
Bloody hell.
And I can drive from, well, for example, yesterday, I was out from 5 o'clock yesterday morning, and I didn't get home till 9 o'clock. To a truck driver, that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You've got to stop 4 hours, have 15, stop another 4 hours, have half an hour, or vice versa, or whatever. But you can only drive up to 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
The odd occasion, you can drive 10 hours. That's it. And then you've got to take a long ass break before you can drive it. Where me, van driver, I can drive from fucking morning till night. And
it's mad, like, innit?
They have mentioned that they're going to be doing something similar with the vans, but I don't.
Yeah, which I guess technically they should.
They should, but they've been saying that for quite a while. They even said that we were at Network 4, and it never happened. But yeah, I'm on more money than some of them, and some of them and most of them are trampers as well.
It's weird how you define how much a job's worth. Like, because obviously we know the most important jobs in the world, you know, doctors and police and whatnot. Okay, we get that they're the hierarchy, army and shit hierarchy.
But then you get down, wages are shit compared to some people. Yeah,
it's mad. Like, what I do is you can technically import because without this side of the industry of the world, nothing gets built. Stuff doesn't get made. Schools don't get built. Blah blah blah. But then it's the same if you work in, if just people work in Tesco's, people don't go into shops, and you know, if there was no one working there wouldn't be any aisles stacked, there wouldn't be people, and it's weird how you determine which one's more important and all that kind of shit. It's fucking mad how.
If you look at each, I suppose each job role has a certain specific reason why it's there. It's there for something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be there if it wasn't there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, we, again, going off what I do, we deliver various things. I do hospital jobs every now and then, so I take a lot of hospital equipment up and down.
Which is obviously very important because we've established that hospital doctors that.
And they're fucking expensive.
Oh, fucking hell.
Like, I know. I realised how much they are. Like, strap it in nicely, make sure it doesn't move.
Pricey. Fucking hell.
So yeah, been a van driver. It's like, oh, it's just a van driver. He's nothing. But if it wasn't for me,
stuff to move.
If it wasn't for me, that equipment from one hospital wouldn't go to the other hospital.
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of thing. Like, say you build buildings, so you've got that. Just going back onto the truck drivers.
Yeah. How do you?
Obviously, that's why they're in shortage, because truck drivers obviously stack our shelves.
Yeah.
And with them all saying, right, that's it, we've had enough, no more. no food's getting put on the shelves.
Yeah.
So if no food's being put on the shelves, that means that no staff in Tesco's that still can put stuff out.
Yeah, it's all a big old chain of fucking...
It's going to make a knock-on effect for everyone, because if there's no food on the shelves, that means that we can't get fed, and then...
Yeah, it's fucking mad, isn't it?
You're surprised, a lot
Such
of people
a fragile
are surprised
society.
that if the truck driver industry soon stopped, basically the entire planet would stop moving.
Yeah.
Because you need truck drivers to transport shit from A to B, regardless if it's food, car parts, fucking...
Oh, anything.
Anything.
Any your
Yeah,
little orders
wood,
and whatnot.
Concrete, fucking
Yeah,
anything.
we have a lot of... he's chasing the fly.
Yeah, he always does.
We have a lot of wagons coming to our bit, delivering off timber and shit like that.
And so it's a surprising what a role of a truck driver, how important a role of a truck driver is. And the government, well, at one point the government were putting the young people through it, and they just stopped.
Yeah, because what do you do afterwards? What if, imagine there's no truck, what do you do? Try and fly everything in, but then you can't fly to people's houses. You know what I mean? You can't just fly from that warehouse to this person's house to that building.
Well, a lot of them are just going onto the vans. A lot of truck drivers just going onto the vans because it's on the road. Money is just as good, if not better, and they know they're home every night.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about things.
It's mad anyway, work in itself in general. Like, I understand we need to work. I hate the idea. I would love the idea of just to wake up when I wanted, go to bed when I wanted, every day do what I wanted. I'd love it. And we're all doing it for this fucking thing called money.
Oh, right. But money makes the world go round.
It does, but imagine if we could just live in a world where it would be just helping each other out. We did it because it was a civic duty.
Well, there is a place. I don't know why I read this. I don't know where it came from. There's a tribe. Let's say call them a tribe.
Yeah.
Where money doesn't exist. It's like doesn't exist in their tribe.
Yeah.
It's all done by generosity or
Yeah.
help. Well, yeah, generosity or doing other things.
Yeah.
And that's how they trade. You give one person another thing.
And I bet it's all dead simple as well.
Yeah.
Because we've overcomplicated things like in our lives, because I want my Pokemon cards, therefore somebody has to work to make cards, and somebody wants the newest Nike hoodie, so therefore you have to have people. But if it was all dead simplified, we just needed our food and our basic necessities, we could just swap and trade, and oh, you need this, I can give you this.
Yeah,
Or
someone's a timber, someone plants food, right? I need some food, right? I need some timber. Let's trade. Simple as that.
yeah, but because we've gotten, to be fair, I'm saying all this, I'm probably contradicting myself here. I don't know if I could go back to that because I've had a taste of cinemas.
Oh, we couldn't.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I couldn't go back to that
We
one.
couldn't.
I'd love the idea, man, of just fucking... I know you've said it before, if you ever won the lottery, it's fucking somebody at work, stepdad won that 90 grand on CFM.
Nice.
I don't know if you
I don't
listen
listen
to
to
No,
CFM.
I don't either, but you know the game where you ring up with 5 rings and you have to say the number they're giving away? You won 90 grand.
Nice.
And honestly, I've met the guy a handful of times because he's an ex-brickie that comes into our work every now and then to pick up mortar. He's one of the nicest men you'll ever meet in your entire life. He's always been so nice to me. I only meet him briefly, quick conversations. But I couldn't have gone to a better person.
No.
But yeah, I would love to just be so fucking rich. I would never have to worry about work.
Oh, yeah.
I know you said you would go back to work. And
I
whatnot.
would. I'd still work, but I'd probably change profession of what I'd do.
Yeah.
I'd move to a warmer climate for starters.
I see. Holidays, yes, as in terms of going to explore Japan or going over to New Zealand, look at Lord of the Rings.
I'll take a year out and I would do a lot of exploring. Possibly 2 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot to explore.
The first thing I'm doing is the people who are getting a decent amount of money off me, right? Because I've got my envelopes. I don't know if you know what that means. When you win the lottery, you've got your envelopes. People who are getting envelopes with a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've got my. Don't worry, you're in there, Chris. I've got my envelope
So are you,
people.
actually.
Oh,
I saw Bill. Leave those little shit.
No, thank you. And I would go to some people's houses and I would smash up somebody's car or annihilate their house or weld their TV to fuck, and they'd be like, "What the fuck you doing?" And I'd just be like, "Well, I think it's bigger and better."
Well, if I know why you're around my house smashing my car up.
Yeah, because it won't matter, because what you can buy with what I'm going to give you, mate, will be way better. Your dream car, then it's yours, mate.
Yeah.
It's yours, pal.
Thanks.
But yeah, I just love the idea because like I don't want money so I can be rich and all this kind of shit, which makes no sense. I want money just so I can be like even more of a dope and just fucking buy. Because even though what I've got is material, but when I think of material items, I think of like jewelry and cars and houses.
Down.
I just want more collectibles.
Down. Yeah.
That's it. Like I'm not interested in. I would happily for as long as this would hold my collectibles. I'd just say this. I'm not bothered.
My collectibles will be a bit more expensive than mine with cars.
See, I'm saying this right. I'm going to contradict myself again. I would buy cars, but cool cars like a Batmobile or a Mystery Machine.
Oh yeah,
that kind of shit. I wouldn't be interested in. I'd give you a permanent job if you wanted. Just say, there you are, Chris. We'll buy the best car in the world. If I need to go somewhere. There's your wage. I just want to go to Carlisle Town Centre. There's 10 grand. Can I go there? You know what I mean? I'm not bothered about fancy things. Even clothes, I'd still be wearing my $15 comic book shirts or my John Cena shirt that's coming to the post.
Yeah. I'd say I'm on the same level with you, to be honest. Win the lottery. I've got the people who give to, but like I said, I'd still work.
I could understand that.
I'd probably still work because, like I said, I've worked since I've left school and I don't know any different. And even if I'm off work on holidays, I get bored after a day.
See, I've always fascinated that with people. But carry on, elaborate.
I always get bored. It's like, fair enough, I've got the Xbox or the PlayStation or I've got shit on TV I can catch up on.
Yeah.
But I just can't.
It's because your mind stays idle.
Yeah.
See, I think I'm quite lucky in that sense because when people say it to me, I have no idea what they mean by that. Because I know, say I had a week off from work right now. That's the dog attacking my mum. I know my days will be filled absolutely beautiful. I've got painting my models, drawing, I've got doing YouTube vids, I've got doing something creative, creating some sort of weird artistic-y sort of thing.
I think you could do it for so long and then you'd run out of shit to do.
Oh, mate. I could draw and draw and draw. My mouth waters the idea of drawing because I feel like I've never got... Because it takes me about 4 hours to do one of my little... And they're not amazing, but to do my little doodles. I like to just sit and doodle. I could sit and listen to every podcast in the world. I would actually spend days where I just laid there and just thought about shit, weird stuff that pops up and that. I thought your chin had snapped there. Your jumper had gone like that, and I thought it was snapped. It was just hanging down. I thought Ozzy had clawed it. I've got so much to do. I would just rearrange stuff. I would just sit and think of weird ideas to do. I would just do mad stuff. Oh. And plus, with us being YouTubers, I would sit and just do weird video after weird video after weird video after weird video.
I'd get into the gaming. I would fucking definitely get into the gaming.
Oh, the fly was on my leg. I wonder why he was looking in attack mode.
I start going into gaming. I'd go into gaming full time. Well, not full time. Obviously, I'll do other things. But I would. America has always been a place I'd move to. Mm-hmm. But not all your big fancy cities like Florida, New York, or whatever. I just want to move to a little small town in America where there's only a certain size about people.
Work on my journal.
Well, maybe not that. I'd own a garage. I'd own a pub/restaurant, like a diner, bar.
See, that's where you're smart with money, though.
Have the old American jukebox and the old Budweiser sign in the background.
I think. Providing obviously because I get really bad homesick. All I want to be now is in car. I fucking love being in car though. Because I'm not from here. This place really just truly feels like home. But I would be out and about all the time. I'd just be like, fuck it, let's just go. Let's go to France. Let's just have a dust around France. Even though I've been there. Let's go. Let's check out Venice. Oh, I know today we'll go to Samoa. Just do loads of mad shit like that. And the idea of I would never, ever, ever again in my life set an alarm unless I needed a nap before the UFC started. But there again, I'll be at the arenas.
So you might as well be there.
Yeah, I'll be at the arenas.
You lived in America, it's only 7 PM.
Yeah, mate. So I can just do whatever I want afterwards. I would go out there and I would just do the most weird and wackiest shit. Like I would ask if I could hire the Lego factory for a day and just sit and build nonsense. I would just do the most dumb shit.
I'll take you to Pikachu Land.
There you go. There you are, Japan, pal. Thank you very much. I told you, they're building like a weird park over in Japan. Oh my god, mate. I love the idea. I would build it myself. An animatronic park, like the size of Bits Park, where you're going through swamps and water and that. There's Gyarados popping out, but then you go through like a cave bit and there's a Graveler coming out. That'd be so much fun. Pokemon animatronic ride that goes on for like fucking 20 hours non-stop and I would just live on it. I'd be like, mate. Like I said to Bill once, he said if you want loads of millions and millions and millions, I said, mate, I'd buy I'd buy 1,000 Avengers hand towels just because I could. I'd buy a lifetime supply of Coke. I'd go into a shop and buy
Coca-Cola, not drugs.
No, I don't do drugs. I would buy a shop out of Frutella. I would love to go up to Smith's, right, and just take my mates and stuff and be like, I'm renting Smith's for the day. I'm giving you here's how much do you make on a day average? This, and I'm like, right, here's all the money for an average day or a week or whatever, and I just do that trolley dash, but with no time limit. I would just sit. I would ask if I could rent it out for a week and just sit there and just build everything. I would ask if I can go up there and build their Lego displays for them, and I'll pay them to let me do it.
Get well on different levels here, like.
That's what I mean, mate. I just want to do all this dumb, weird ass, crazy shit. I would hire out cinemas, mate. Have you heard of the cinema in Newcastle? My mate Dougie went there the other day. Oh my god, what's it called? The Gentleman's Club. It's basically a cinema with 4 seats and a massive screen, like maybe the size of that wall. And you sit there with 4 seats, and you hire the room out, and it's got before the film starts as a bar, and you have some chips, or it's all like fine, awesome mintness, and you sit there, and if you're watching the film, you can be like, "Hi, yeah, can I order a Coca-Cola, please?" And they come Coca-Cola off. Oh my god, it's Newcastle, mate. My mate went to watch Black Widow there.
We need to go to this.
And honestly, mate, I need to remember what the name of it was. And he said it wasn't that expensive.
We need to go to this.
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, I'll find out the name of it. I'll message you after this. He told me about it. I was like, I don't think I've even heard of that, mate.
Ah.
And I'm assuming it's like a franchise that they've got everywhere. It looked fucking amazing. I think the maximum, I think you can have 2 random people in the room with you, or you can hire it out, so it's you and a mate, or maybe you and a girlfriend, your mate and a girlfriend, or 4 mates, whatever you want.
We need this.
It sounds beautiful. Another thing I'd buy with us, but I'd buy a puppy farm, just fucking dossing puppies all day.
I was thinking animals, but I was more thinking like invest in like Africa or something.
Invest in Africa. Walk to Africa. Just hand the money to some random Nigerian and say, I invest in this land.
That, but also...
Mate, you can't do that. You're a white man coming over with your money.
No.
Their days are gone.
Not in that way. Not slave labour. Just help,
I know what you mean.
Help protect the animals and stuff.
See, I'm a cunt, because I agree with
Same
you.
with the sea.
I would go to the animals first before the people.
Same with the sea. The sea needs protected.
I think I would do a James Cameron and buy like the world's smartest people and say, right, can you build like a super duper safe sub thing so I can go down at the bottom and be like, and then go back up. Because every time we go like, okay, we're 10 feet, I'm like, bring me up.
It's with money. It's what we were saying in the beginning. Money fucking makes the world go round. You can do anything. Travel to the fucking far deep to the fucking ocean, or you can go to space. I'll be
going to Disney and saying, listen, Disney, there's 15 mil. Just give me an hour with Kevin Feige, please. That's all I need. And I'll just sit there and I'd listen. I'd be like,
oh. I'm sure you don't need to give him 15 million to get an hour's conversation with him.
Probably not, mate. That's what I mean. A lot of people say if I won 100 million, that would last my life. I truly don't think it would last me, because I would overpay.
But not if you give him fucking 15 million just so you can have a conversation.
But that information for me is priceless.
He's not going to tell you anything, though, is he?
Well, he might, because I'm paying. I don't know. Disney might say, listen, he's paid 50 mil. He's a little weirdo. Just tell him some fake plans. And I'm like, oh, they're doing this. I'll go to well, wait, that's the way you told me. I would definitely be paying to be in one of the films, just as a background extra.
Just an extra.
But I'd keep going, cut. That's what I mean, because I'd be like, fucking Spider-Man. They'd be like, cut, get the extra out. I'd be like, no. Or there'd be a scene with 4 fighting. I'd be like, oh, it's fucking 4, hey, Chris. It's so cool. That's another thing I would have. I tell a lie, I'm talking about houses. And I would definitely have some sort of underground bunker. And when you open the lights, like turn it on, the lights all go on one at a time. And each light, there's a cabinet with a different, you know exactly what I mean? With a hero, so it'd be Spider-Man, Batman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Captain America, and I could just and I would just spend all day in that outfit. And I would ask for like a training room, a facility. I'd buy like a facility, and I would just run in like a front row, Captain America's shield, and I'd pay people to come in dressed as like villains. And I'll just fight them.
Why?
Because it'll be fucking mint. It'll be like, hiya, I want to hire 10 people. Can you have one dressed as the Joker, please? Can I have one dressed as Bane, one dressed as Penguin? I'll just come in and be like, hey. And I'll just, like these big roidy dudes, apart from like the Joker and Penguin, I need...
Do you want to fight them?
You know, but I'm paying them, so they let me win.
I mean, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I can't fight like Batman in real life. I'd come in and
pay them to lose.
Mate, if I...
It's like throwing a fight.
No, I don't mean in front of people. I mean for my own personal entertainment. So I'm in my own little layer. They're going, all right, here, lads, I just want to borrow you for 2 hours of your time. There's 15 grand. There's 15 grand. Just pretend that you're villains and you've taken over Gotham. I'm going to come in, go. And I'll just run in and I'll just fight them. And they'll be like...
You will be skinned by the end of the game.
Oh, mate. They have to be like, oh, no, I've been beat by Batman. And I will pay the council of, or whoever it is of Carlisle for letting me to sit on top of Debenhams and shine a backlight and just stand there.
Debenhams doesn't exist anymore.
But no, the building's still there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
You're going to do all this in Carlisle as well?
Yeah, or wherever, as long as I get my underground bunker with
Where
all
are you
my
going to get
suits.
your underground bunker from?
Mate, if I've got the money, it will get made. We've actually just delivered concrete to some lad who's building a massive underground bunker because he's a proper paranoid guy thinking everything's going to come down. And the lad delivered the concrete, says, so who's building this then? Is the guy a bit of a fucking Fruit Loop or what? And they didn't realise the guy he was talking to was the one paying to get this done for him. And he was like, yeah, it's for me. And the lad was like, oh. Because apparently he was saying it's a massive, I can't remember how much concrete he got. It's a fair few metres. To build this weird thingy. But yeah, I'd sit on top of Debenhams, pay the council, say, right, blackout Carlo, no lights for an hour, and just shine the backlight in the sky and have me sat there. And I'll do that, and then I'll just walk down Botchygate, and I'll just be like, fuck, are they going to see loads of people like that? It's like, yeah. God, Carlo's not got good crime, though.
That's a good thing.
That's another thing I do. Remember the Green Hornet, even though the film wasn't too great? I would buy like a full outfit, but my sidekick would be like a pure MMA fighter. So he actually does all the fighting. I'm just the money behind it. But everyone thinks I'm the main hero, like Green Hornet and Toto.
Yeah. No. Like I said, I'll be moving away.
I'll be getting a horse, a proper majestic horse, and putting a unicorn on it, and I'll be dressed in like some shiny armour, and I'll just wander around town like, this is my unicorn steed, and I'll put wings on it. And then when I press the lever, the wings go.
You need for a horse to wander around.
Do you know what I'll start doing, mate? I would go to like just some random big, like Talking Time, and I'd have someone build like a massive Godzilla animatronic, and I'll have it just come up and go run. I'm like, ah, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be skinned by the end of the year.
But do you know what, mate? It would all be so worth it. If I had 100 million and I did all this shit and I got to do, and I ticked everything off there, I would say, worth it.
You're going back to work next year, though.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? I'll be going back to work and I'll be going, I fought Godzilla. Obviously not really, but I fought Godzilla. I was Batman for a day. I hate doing this conversation because then you go, and you're back in reality.
Well, where with me? Like I said, America, garage, pub. I have a nice, reasonable sized house. I wouldn't go stupid and buy a mansion because there's no need. But I will buy a big garage for my cars because I will end up collecting cars.
Oh, so with your mansion that you buy,
I won't not buy a mansion.
Well,
normal size.
Your normal size house. We could like, before you've moved in and put your furniture in, we could like pay some actors to be like scary people, and we could like go around and pretend like zombies and that, and have like mist in the house and it's all dark and scary. And we could pretend like we're guys with guns and we're like taking out the enemy vampires and shit.
Why do it in my house?
Because you're the one that's buying the big old fancy house.
I'm not buying a big fancy house. It's going to be a normal size house.
What's the normal size house?
Big
How many
garage.
rooms? How many rooms?
Oh, about 2, 3.
That's big enough. Mint.
I'd go to the woods and do something like that.
I would ask Carlo if they could shut down for a day. I'd make sure everyone's paid in that, and we'd have like a weird, massive game of tag or like Manhunt or some shit.
Okay.
That'd be so much fun. Like we're doing me and all my mates. It's all around Carlisle, but we'll have like super awesome shit like drones and shit and jetpacks. And like I would skydive in, like not from too high though, because it's freaky. I'd like come in like a
You're
parachute.
going to hit a building on the way down then, because it's not very big to skydive anywhere.
It'll be alright, mate. Mate, I would spend thousands on like a spy kit to break into my own house. Just pretend we're beat asleep and be like, a Darth Vader outfit. I'd just sit there in the dark, wait for beat come in and just the amount of lightsaber fights I would have. I would pay people to dress up as Lord of the Rings characters and we'll go on Melbourne and fight like it's Middle Earth. Oh my god.
Why pay people when people already do this?
I would. Do you know what else I'd do? Do you know what else I'd do? I would pay like the best people that do holograms, and I would go in the middle of Bocce right, and I'd somehow make the sky be scary, and would have like a real Yu-Gi-Oh duel. So I'm like, I summon Dark Magician. This hologram comes up. It's like,
Well, have you heard about this?
oh no, what, Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, halt on all that. Japan.
You know about the drones they did for the Olympics?
No.
Ah.
Japan somehow have created this thing where it does something to the sky, and then they can actually create thunderstorms.
It's like fucking, what's this called again? The Geostorm? Jared Butler. Where they fucking control the weather? What?
Mm.
What the fuck?
I was like, well, why do they want to control the fucking weather for? What's going on here? But yeah.
What
They've
the
created this
hell?
device where they can control, make thunderstorms to cool the climate down.
Well, fair enough. See, I'd do that kind of shit when my Yu-Gi-Oh duel's happening. I knew I should have asked the Japanese. Bastards.
Well, the Japanese are fucking way. The Japanese, the Chinese, and the Filipinos, they're all fucking way ahead.
Philippines is a third world country.
No. It can't. Well, certain bits are.
I said because it's a lot of islands, isn't it? My mate Jim's from there, and he said it's all.
Certain islands are, but other islands they are fucking.
Okay.
Oh, aye.
Fucking hell.
That's where most of our doctors come from. The Philippines.
Yeah, yeah. He said because I know, and obviously their economy's a bit stricken and that.
Mm-hmm. Most of our doctors come from over there.
Fucking hell. Okay, well I'm asking them to come over for my Yu-Gi-Oh duel, but like, I have to win or else everyone in Carl thinks I'm gonna die. So what else I'd do?
You're gonna do a lot of things.
I would pretend. This is kind of bad because I might go to jail for this one. I would pretend that there's like I would stage an attack. You know when like the Christmas lights get turned on, like a load of foreign, like Russian.
We're not doing the bonfire this year.
Yeah. I'd pay like a load of people to pretend to be like Russian people trying to take over Carlisle, and I come swooping in as like Spider-Man or some shit. But they're all actors, they're not really gonna know, the guns aren't real or whatever.
Well, they don't know
And
that.
no.
The armed forces will come in and fucking shoot them.
No, I'll let like Boris know. I say, hey Boris, I'm doing some Spider-Man shit. Just leave Carlo alone for a few hours. It's all good. Don't worry. I'll make sure the steps and I'll come in.
Boris and speed dial. Like.
Yeah, and I'd say well I will do, mate. I'm fucking you know, I've got at least 10 grand left, and I'd fight them and be like, I saved Carlisle.
From what? You?
The fake Russians, or whoever they want to be, North Koreans. I don't give a fuck. Be amazing. But I'll make it look like there's a bit where like I'm down and I've been shot. And I'm like, oh no! And I get up at the last second. It's like, oh, he's alive. And I'm like, I'm alive. And I'm like, thank you. This was a performance by Daniel.
What's the performance saving Carlisle from Russian people that you hired?
Yep. But it would just be fun.
That's a Magneto all over.
It's a magnet. It would just be fucking awesome. Hey, do you know what else is fucking mad? B was telling me the Costas next to the train station. You know all about all these tunnels in Carlisle? Apparently all the shops, you can get access, but the Costa one, you can go down, there's a door, you open it, and there's these mental ghost tunnels. My mate Gav used to do security at Debenhams, and the same, they'd go down, they'd chuck out old stock on that, and they open this weird door, and you're in these weird tunnels, like proper minging old dingy horrible things.
Well, that's the tunnels they do for around Halloween, isn't it? All the Carlisle
yeah, we need to, because I always remember people said you can do the ghost tours, but I always thought of train station, I'm like, been around Carlisle train station, you walk around it in 30 seconds. But it must be the underneath bits.
It will be.
I would love to explore them tunnels. I don't know if I've never actually heard anybody.
Because it all leads to the castle. That's what them grids are on where you go in the castle.
Well, yeah, I heard there was an escape for when Queen, whatever her name was, ever needed to escape. There was.
They're all under the city.
Do you know what's mad in the Carlisle Castle?
Up over there, isn't it?
Oh, mate. Carlisle Castle in one of the cells. There's a story about it. There's like aliens and stuff. It's fucking weird. There's because a prisoner, was it a guard? A guard. I think it was the story. There's a guard there, and he's sprayed loads of this weird ass mental alien shit, and then he vanished.
Aliens have always been weird though when it comes to certain things. Like my cousin, she's fucking alien conspiracy theory mad. Like say she won't get a job because she thinks everyone's watching her. Which is quite funny to be honest. I always time to have a funny I always manage to have a conversation about conspiracy shit.
Yeah, I can talk about it, but when people go too far with it, but carry on.
and it's aliens. It's fucking. We start talking about aliens. It's quite funny with her because she's like, they're there. They're definitely there. I'm like, well, obviously they're there. We're not the only fucking living organism in the fucking galaxy, are we? They've been here. They've been around for millions of years. Fucking. She talks to. She does. She's even told me the emails. She talks to other conspiracy theories.
That's when
online.
shit gets dangerous.
Plus, she talks to scientists and all that stuff. The amount of conversations she has with these scientists online about clouds or fucking something to do with the government.
See, that shit. That's when it's dangerous because you're going to spend your entire life doing all this shit, right? And when have the clouds ever done out, or killed people, or invaded? No.
It's what's that crap that with the planes?
Chemtrails. Don't get me started with chemtrails. What a bunch of bullshit.
Chemtrails is that, and there's also artificial clouds that just pop up when they just pop up.
Alright, for what reason? Well, the government's like, how we got them, we've got a fake cloud to think it's real.
Well, yeah.
But why?
That's that.
What is the purpose of a fake cloud?
It's Alaska.
Yeah. If your evil plan, right, at the end of the day is to have a fake cloud, just to sit there and be like, oh, you thought it was real, got you, haha, joke's on you. Like, oh, bloody hell. I thought it was real, didn't I? When I'll talk conspiracy all day with anybody because it's a good giggle.
I like conspiracy.
So do I, mate. I like it because it's funny. But when people still stay stuck in that world, like the lad from work, I'm dying to get on a podcast, who says science isn't real. I worry because I'm like, okay. I mean, some conspiracies do need some legitimacy behind them. 9/11, whatnot. But somebody just like, no, just calm down because we've had this conversation. Anything can be a conspiracy. I can say to you, well, I went out the house, I saw this little dot. Guess what? Went on ITV News and the same little dot was in Manchester. Oh, and guess what? The breeze was at 40 knots this way. But at the same time over in Japan, it was the same. Connected these dots. Come on, you can make dots. If you really want to see them, you'll make dots wherever you want.
You could.
I just think you need to be careful and safe, and some of the conspiracies are just so dumb. When
Some of them are
when you think of flat Earth.
I know.
Like, what is the point of flat Earth?
When I go to Scotland, it's around the Lockerbie area.
Yeah.
There's a sign, and on the back of it, it just people wrote, "It's been there for years. Earth is flat."
Because even if the Earth is flat, why do we need to keep it a secret?
I don't know.
Like, why is
it's
that?
the same with aliens, though. Why do we need to keep aliens?
Aliens, like I said, sometimes when there's aliens and shit involved, I can understand because we've seen what happens to people when mass hysteria happens. If they come around and said, yeah, by the way, the aliens are real, they're here, we're going to have riots, protests.
They don't have to say they're here, they just say, yeah, aliens are real, that's it.
Yeah, but I think on a whole, most people truly believe that. But I don't believe we've really been visited by aliens.
Yeah, I think we have. Like I say, we're not the only ones here.
No, that's a part I agree with.
And there's definitely been visits at some point, especially when it comes to certain things, like the pyramids, for example. There's no way anyone can line up them pyramids exact with the Orion's belt, and they all pop out, and they're all like round the planet. You've got them in Antarctica, you've got them in the oceans, you've got them in, obviously, they've even been spotted on Mars. Exact same shape and everything else.
Yeah, but have they been spotted on Mars? Or is that, like, remember it was a rock formation? Mate, hello. Hi. We've come up, so like, think about, like, how is it we've come up with a microwave? Dum dum dum.
How is it we came up with a microwave?
Yeah, how's it we come up with a phone? Dum dum dum.
Technology?
Well, that's what I mean. It's just smart people at the right time that are able to do stuff.
Yes, but these will.
We can't.
Again, going off the pyramids, it would have took a long time to build one.
You can watch.
Plus thousands of man hours.
Yeah.
Thousands of people, should I say.
Yeah, and who built them?
Wow.
The pharaoh got the Jews to build them, and how many slaves do they have? Millions upon millions. You can watch the videos of how they would have been possible to build them.
Well, we don't know this.
How we do though? The science is there. The logic's there. The evidence saying, well, this is what they did. They had platforms at this time. We already know the Egyptians and that were more advanced in their time.
Oh, the Egyptians were. But they're also inbreds as well.
Inbred motherfuckers. I don't see, yeah. So I truly don't believe that there's been a
Huh?
I don't believe they've ever been.
I do.
I believe they're there.
Roswell.
Yeah, but what? Okay. So, if that's the case, explain why you think. Explain then why you think it was an alien.
Well, again, just going off evidence.
What evidence?
With government. Formula spotting.
Yeah, go on.
Obviously, with the government and the secret shite.
Right.
Just listening to people and conversations.
People need to be listened to.
Yes.
They do though, because there's sickos out there. Like the whole John Snowden thing, I think he might not be allowed. He might have hit his quota, I don't know. He's had 4, and Chris said like last one was 4.
Is that it?
But no, yeah. See,
You can give them one if you want one, B.
why is it so hard to believe that this area out in the desert isn't a great place for testing whatever it may be, and they want to keep it secret from the public because they might be testing unethical things there? Like, why does that have to be aliens?
Hey, good
Yeah.
boy.
That's what I mean. We don't know. I don't know why people have to. It's fun to talk about, saying, "Oh, it's alien," blah blah blah. But I don't understand why it has to be. There's plenty of secret bases in the world because the Americans want to keep that secret from the Russians want to keep that secret from the Brits, the Brits want to keep it from the North Koreans. They could be testing the most extreme, disgusting weapons down there that I don't want anyone to know about.
Get down. I'd say this is what I'm going off people I've listened to on podcasts and if I've been on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Where they've said
That's why Joe Rogan's with it, because he then questions saying, well, until there's any real hard evidence, it's unhealthy to just go, it must be this until, the evidence is right in front of you. Like, fucking Eddie Bravo's far too gone. Far too gone. I will talk about Ellen DeGeneres all day you want, mate, because it's fun. But then I leave the fun there and say, well, let's be logical. They're probably secret because there was one down south that was so secretive.
What?
An army base.
Oh.
It was just because it was an army base. It's where they need to keep their secrets about whatever it may be. I didn't straight away go, well,
there's a sign in
aliens.
Scotland that says a secret bunker, even though there's a sign saying secret bunker. With logic sense.
Yeah.
There's a secret bunker ahead, but I'm going to tell you.
It's a secret.
But don't tell anyone else because it's a secret.
So yeah, I mean, because it's fun and all that.
You little buggy.
But I know he's already jumped up into Claude Tyrant like 3 times, but he's cute, so I let him
I
do it.
know.
Yeah, I just think you need to be relaxed, calm down, have fun, and say I believe it. But to say that it's definitely fact, it has to be without any real, genuine hard evidence in front of you, it's not safe.
Like I said, you can never get the true facts, though, regardless, can you?
No, that's why I can't turn around and say, it's definitely not aliens. But it is plausible for governments to have a secret facility out in the middle of nowhere because of their government secrets.
Yeah.
They could be testing bioweapons down there, for fuck's sake. And if that news broke out, then that's the US government fucked.
Well, that's the whole planet fucked then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Bioweapons.
You know what I mean? It's the whole COVID thing again.
World War III, yeah.
Yeah, that could be what they're doing. That's why they don't want the secrets out. Because we've had that, what's his name, with Joe Rogan, who worked there, and he said, because even he said, I can't guarantee you it's aliens, I just know that I was working on weird stuff.
Yeah, but they all got given a specific thing to work on.
Yeah.
And he wasn't allowed to get any more information, but he was allowed to visit the ship to get something, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So, talk about this all day, mate, but it's definitely going. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
No,
it must be that.
No, definitely not.
What about you, Ant-Man? Why are you wearing my t-shirt?
I sent a picture of Ozzy to like the guys at work, and they were like, "Oh, he's so adorable!" I'm like, "He's so cute."
Are you just sitting there?
They were like, "Hi, Ozzy, he's so cute. I love Ozzy." I'm like, "You've not even met the thing yet."
Yeah, it's hard.
That's my arm. You can't chew that, pal.
Oz!
Yeah, carry on. That's it's just like what? I'm still gonna
Chris,
do
you
it.
don't have to worry. We do not care.
He wasn't even chewing. He just like put my arm in his mouth, and that was it. Like what?
He's been the goodest of good boys as per usual.
You've been asleep, haven't you? You lazy shit.
Yeah, it's probably sick of hearing me and you ramble on.
Probably. I'm up at 7 o'clock. I know, maybe so. Where are we going?
Derbyshire.
Yeah.
But yeah, what? Don't get this out again.
Because he goes and puts his hand, like his mouth on my arm. That's it.
What did I say? You're doing car related shenanigans while we go see the Suicide Squad.
Oh no, I'm not. Mum's coming through and doing it whilst
Oh,
I'm at
so
work.
you are coming to see the Suicide Squad?
Probably.
Okay, plans change.
I did tell him there. So
I can't
Mum's coming
remember.
through to get my tyres.
All I remember is being on my bedroom floor and waking up on my bedroom floor and going to work. And my back really hurt.
All I remember is waking up, seeing Dan lying on the floor and going back to sleep. That's all I remember. Thinking it was Friday today or something because it didn't feel like a Saturday, so I set my alarm for 5:30, thinking that I had to be in and opened for 7:30. Turns out I didn't need to open till 8 o'clock. Could have had an extra half hour in bed.
At least you were ahead.
At least we're ahead.
Look at the positives.
There was no positives in it. So the fit digital menu boards at work through night, and we were guaranteed that they cover anything and everything, so it wouldn't dirty. An hour it took 2 hours to clean it. They're very pretty though. They're very nice. We were there just like, well look, it's changed! Oh my god, I've not seen that one before. Oh my god, it's advertising this!
Yeah, boy.
My phone.
You got any more weird shit you want to rock out? We'll have to wrap it up so you can get dinner.
Oh, I don't know.
Unless Bill wants to chuck anything weird that makes us think.
Well,
Yeah, that's one, isn't it? Everyone goes, oh, it's the, I think B told me this.
So like each one of these is
This
six,
is
so
the
it's like
monster
six,
can,
six,
sorry.
six. And if you look in the monster, it's got a cross in the so when you
In
drink
the
it and tip it upside down, it's like the Antichrist because it crosses upside down.
So monsters all demon shit apparently. As opposed to rally dirt bikey people, it's monster shit.
Obviously on the back it says Unleash the Beast.
Unleash the beast.
I think it's more of a case of people have just having a giggle and it's their branding.
Mine says unleash the extra. Sorry, the ultra beast.
Yeah. Why is a building called a building when it's already built?
Oh, I don't know that.
Because you're not building it. So
It's like it's an orange
Why is it not
called
called bit?
it's like it's an orange called an orange because it's orange. So it's an orange called an orange because it's orange.
Oh.
What colour's the sky?
Okay, isn't a colour, is it?
No. Just refresh.
I've seen videos of
It's like-
some random person just
like
getting
the
on
sea.
some random shit.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
They are
to me.
fairly
Yeah.
fun though.
Like,
it does
see,
make
that's
you
just like,
question.
why?
It does
Why?
make you question though.
Yeah.
If a ships are called cargoes and what in
Oh,
what
someone's
is
in a
it?
big wee.
If you ship something on a cargo, no, if you ship something on a ship, it's called a cargo. But if you ship something on cargo, it's called a ship. Something like that, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're on about with that one there, mate. I'm not going to lie. I was already confused.
You do get some mad ones that you quite
What one's
question.
right here? If you're expecting the unexpected, then doesn't the unexpected become expected?
Exactly.
It's always expect the unexpected, but then you're already expecting it.
Yeah.
No, but it's still unexpected
Why are you
because
in-
you don't know what to
I
expect.
know, but then you're going to be expecting something to be happening.
Yes, something.
So then it's still expecting. You're not unexpecting it.
I don't know if I fully agree with that one.
I will get some more. I'll see if I can find some
I
more.
think she's about to Google. Bee's about to Google. Oh. Oh, look at the images.
There is quite some funny ones like that.
What's this?
Scan room.
Why is it white? Why are you white there?
Where?
It's just got a little white on its chest.
That's it. I've never noticed that. I don't think.
There's a little white patch.
Ozzy, let me see. Have I noticed it? No. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, just like a little white dot.
Have you never noticed
I
it?
don't know. Have you got something weird?
Let me see if I can
What do you
find
even Google for that?
Ever realised that humans cut down birdhouses to build birdhouses?
Because they're made of wood.
Yeah. You cut down trees which birds live in to build them houses.
There's birds that live in my work that live in metal, steel.
I go
Like this
to
little
Scotland a lot.
Yeah.
Edinburgh, for example. MKM, which is a building site you probably should know.
Yeah.
They've got a baby fox called Joey.
Have they?
It just randomly appeared one
And
day.
it just stays there?
And it stays there. It lives in one of the sheds.
Just on its own? Get in.
Under the bin. And they just feed it. Baby fox called Joey.
There's all
You've
that
got a
shit.
hole in your armpit.
Huh?
You've got a hole in your armpit.
There's a hole in the armpit then.
It's always been there.
I don't know, I didn't notice there's a hole in the armpit.
You owe me a new Ant-Man shirt.
No, I don't.
Carry on.
If two vegans are arguing, is it still called beef?
Oh, that's just a joke one, isn't it?
I like how you were there, just like, this is you.
That's just a joke one.
If you were born deaf, what language would you think in?
Well, what was one? If you were born deaf if you were deaf and you were having an argument, do they think you're talking to them or you're talking to somebody else or something like that?
Thanks.
Is it the S or the C that's silent in send?
It'd be the C, wouldn't it? Because you say
Is it the S or the C? I know, but if you take the S off scent, like, and spell it like the American, like
CENT.
scent, yeah, but you still say scent. But if you spell it as like
For like a scent, as in like a smell.
it's just scent with an S in front of it. So is it scent?
That'd still be
or
the
scent?
C because it's meaning two different thingies.
It's just our fucking English dictionary.
So I don't like that one. Yeah, apparently the English language is the hardest to learn because of all, you know, there, and
There's
where,
there's too many fucking words
Yeah,
for the same
fuck
thing.
learning
Or too many.
English.
If you drop soap on the floor, is the floor clean or the soap dirty?
Neither. It's done now. I want better ones than this. It's not like that you're dropping.
If Cinderella's shoe fit perfectly, why did it fall off in the first place?
Ooh. Maybe it was like a flip-flop styly thing.
In the original story, didn't she murder and slaughter her sisters?
Ah, fuck no.
Sisters used to like cut parts of the feet off to fit in the slip on. That was a fun one.
Beautiful.
Do you mind tapping?
Here's another one. How you going to kneel down that he was going to attack you?
Do you think sand is called sand because it's between the sea and the land?
That's quite a cool one.
I think anyone's weird.
Here we go. How comes your lips don't touch when you say touch, but they do touch when you say separate?
It's just the way you pronounce shit, isn't it?
Oh, but obviously touch and your lips are separate, but then when you say separate, your lips touch it.
Separate.
I was wondering about... If Professor X can make objects move with his mind, then why can't his legs move?
But technically, if we could unlock our brains, we could move things. We could lift things.
I just wanted to get on the Professor X. It's the bullet, isn't it, though? The bullets, it's like a cog being stuck. You can't... And obviously, whenever he wants to think, he has to take the medicine to dumb down his powers, so then he couldn't.
So this one says, I already knew this, but today I realised that the word bed actually looks like a bed.
Yeah, because it's got a headboard and a footboard.
A football.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, headboard,
Yeah.
footboard.
So she laughed at me like I was a twat. So he's got a fuck.
Why is there a D in fridge but not in refrigerator?
Is there not? This is where my spelling's shit. There's not a D in refrigerator.
No.
Oh.
But there is in fridge.
I don't know.
Again, it's just our fucking English dictionary.
Hmm?
It's just our English dictionary. And the Yanks are just stupid. They need to see things to they don't get payments over there. It's called the sidewalk because it's a sidewalk.
Yeah, but I say sidewalk and like trash and Tuesday and yogurt and mom, goddamn
And
rubbers.
they don't say glasses. They say eyeglasses.
Brits are starting to talk more like, Yanks starting to talk, kids are starting to talk more like British kids because they're watching Peppa Pig so much. So saying like,
My niece.
and all that shit.
My niece has started talking American because of the amount of shite she watches on YouTube.
Yeah, low. Oh, well, that was very pleasant. Cheers, B, for your input at the end there, you little Didier dog ref.
My mum's voicemail sounds like a
Voicemail.
cockney on the house phone. I don't think it's meant. I think it says hello, but the way it pronounces it is like hello.
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 We'll leave it. We'll leave it there. The visuals. Hopefully you enjoyed, and you can tell Chris that he's a bold egg.
You're a white-headed buffoon.
Why did you just bring my race into it?
Why did you bring my boldness into it?
Because you're bold.
You're white.
Racist bastard. Visuals, give it on.
Love you, man.
Oh, that'll do.